I am Kerry Baggott. I am Jeremy's wife, and we have two gorgeous girls, Charlotte, who is 15, and Emily, who is 13. Myeloma came into our lives in March 2018 when Jeremy, my husband, was diagnosed with multiple myeloma. And when we first heard the words multiple myeloma, we had no idea what it was. That's when we found out that it was a blood cancer, and even more of a shock really when we found out that there wasn't a cure for it. Jeremy started getting pains in his back in about 2015, I'd say, and he was told that he'd slipped a disc, and we really thought no much more about it really. It was just something that he lived with, and eventually he got such bad pains in his right arm. We ended up having to go to hospital in the middle of the night, and it was then that he had a scan, and that's when we heard the words multiple myeloma for the first time. We packed up our lives after living in Dubai for 11 years very, very quickly, and we moved back home because multiple myeloma can't really be treated over in Dubai. There are no stem cell transplants over there. So Jeremy had his stem cell transplant in University College Hospital in London, from which he recovered very, very quickly. He bounced back, and we had the most amazing year in 2019. And then sadly in September 2020, he relapsed, and Jeremy passed away on November the 27th, 2020. It's an incredibly sad situation for us because he was so young, and the girls lost their daddy when they were so young.
Anyone asked, so how are you doing? Even when he was really, really sick, he would always say, yeah, I'm doing well. Yeah. He never enjoyed all of that.
No, he was such a positive, fun-loving, incredibly, he was quite a funny, really funny guy, and he really didn't like all the attention. He'd play sleeping kittens with the girls, yeah. So who could stay the quietest the longest?
Very competitive. Yeah. I keep getting like two competitive children because I just wouldn't let Emily win.
Yeah.
We discovered Myeloma UK obviously over in Dubai. They were a lifeline, to be honest. Even though we were thousands of miles away, they were always there on the end of the phone for me to give me advice. They also made the move back to the UK so much more logical because we knew that Myeloma UK were the ones behind the clinical trials, were the ones who were constantly pushing for new drugs and new treatment. To sit and do nothing just didn't feel right. I mean, we could have said when Daddy passed away that, right, that's it, myeloma's nothing to do with us now. But that just didn't feel right because sadly it will always be something to do with us. I think he would be very proud that we are trying to help others. There are so many things that people can do this Christmas. A very easy one is simply to buy your Christmas cards from Myeloma UK. They're really beautiful cards. You've got acrobatic sheep, and of course you've got the robin, which for us is a very special symbol. Everyone needs to buy Christmas cards, so why not buy them from Myeloma UK? Another really lovely idea is to dedicate a star to someone. It's really easy to do. Go onto the Myeloma Stars website and you can dedicate a star to someone who's very special to you. So yeah, there are loads of ways to raise money, especially knowing that every penny counts. When the money goes to Myeloma UK, you can rest assured that every penny of that is going to be spent wisely and on such a good cause.
Our all-time hope is that in the future, I'd love it to be in my lifetime and Charlotte's lifetime, and that we find a cure for multiple myeloma.
There are two other little girls out there somewhere who may not lose their daddy quite so early. It may be too late for us, but it's not too late for other people.